Hello everyone, welcome to Career Launcher. My name is Abhilasha and today I'm going to be taking you through idioms. Now, why are we doing idioms today? Well, it is one of those topics that you will see being repeated very often. Also, even if there are no questions on idioms, which there are, when writers write things, they use a lot of idioms. Idioms are essentially figurative language, and they're used to make your writing more beautiful. So therefore, a lot of writers use a lot of idioms, and even while speaking, we use a lot of idioms, and all of those idioms are important for us, and we should be able to know them and understand them, right? So therefore, today's session is focused on idioms. If you can see me and hear me, can you give me a quick yes or no, so that I'm happy about it, and also I can check if my sound and my video is visible. Also, can you make sure that you have hit the like button and also shared the session with your friends so that they can also take advantage of it? And I'm sure that you have already subscribed, but I will still remind you, because once you've subscribed, then only you will be able to participate in the chat box. So therefore, do remember to hit like, share, and subscribe for us. All right, without wasting any more time, let's get started. We will learn a few idioms, we'll do a few questions, and we'll talk a little bit about idioms. So what is an idiom? Essentially, it's a phrase or an expression whose meaning cannot be understood from the literal meaning of its individual words. So over a period of time, words were used a certain way. There were certain meanings that were associated, and together those words created an absolutely different meaning. And that's how you got these idioms. Okay. So for example, breaking a leg or break a leg does not literally mean breaking your leg. It means good luck. For example, when you say raining cats and dogs, is it really raining cats and dogs? No, you mean to say it's heavy rain. But how did this idiom come about? It's a very interesting story. So, in earlier days in England, the farmhouses had roofs which are made of grass. Now, in the winters, it was very chilly. So, the animals on the farm would go and sleep or lie about in the uh, um, in the grass on the roof, right? Now, so cats or little dogs would be there. Now, when it would rain, because the grass is slippery, so then the grass would be slippery and the animals would fall. And that's how you got raining cats and dogs. That when it would rain so heavily that the animals would just slide off the grass of the roof. So that was called raining cats and dogs. Similarly, you have other idioms also, so a lot of idioms come from that. For example, when you say baker's dozen, now what does baker's dozen mean? It means 13. But why are you calling baker's dozen 13, and why not 13 or why not 12? Well, this is because, again, in the olden days, the bakers would be in one village and people from different village would come and buy the bread from that one baker. So now when they would come, the baker would give them 13 loaves of bread instead of 12. Okay. So when I would come to the baker and say, give me a dozen, he would give me 13. Why would he give me 13? The one bread was for breakages. So assume that one of the breads broke. So whoever was buying, you could give him that extra loaf of bread. Or if at any point of time the bread did not break, the person who was doing the courier job would get that bread as, something as an incentive. So that's why baker's dozen was 13 and not 12. So idioms are essentially words or phrases which have an absolutely different meaning from what they really actually mean. All right. So these are words that lie but mean the truth. Okay. Now, idioms, of course, can be categorized in many ways. You can categorize your idioms as number idioms. So, for example, you have one in a dozen, one in a million. Okay. Once in a lifetime. So, one in a million is very rare. Once in a lifetime is something that will happen, again, very rarely. It takes two to tango. So two to tango means there need to be two parties to everything, at least two parties. Okay, two's company, three's a crowd. So therefore, in a in a pair, there should only be two people. The third person is just the extra wheel or the third wheel. So third wheel is another idiom. Okay. I want 40 wings. 40 wings means a very short sleep, right? So you have number, you and I are at 6s and 7s. We don't like each other. So you could have number idioms. You could have animal idioms. It's raining cats and dogs. So this book is my swan song. That means it's my last and final act of work, of professional work. Okay. Now, these are dog days. Dog days means very warm days. And yes, if you are here in the north of India or in northern India, you will realize that dog days are here. Very warm days, right? So, so idioms are related to animals. Idioms are also related to color. If I see red, I'm very angry. If I am in the black, I'm in a profitable situation. Okay. If I am blue-blooded, I belong to a royal family. Okay. If I'm a blue stocking, I'm a woman who's working. Okay. If I'm a pink collar worker, well, that I am, because I am a female who is working. So I am a pink collar worker. So idioms will have very interesting meanings and very interesting connections. Similarly, you have idioms based on money, right? So a dime a dozen, which means in one paise you get 12 of something, which means it is inexpensive. You have idioms which are made of body parts. So hit the nail on the head, which means to be absolutely right. Now, idioms are also very interestingly something that native language speakers get very easily. So you would be using language and you would be using a lot of idioms without even knowing that those are idioms. But for people who are learning English as a second language, for people like us, we have to go and learn idioms specifically. So my suggestion to you would be, you look at your book. There are lists of idioms that are given there. Please go through them. Please learn them up. And they're going to be very, very helpful to you. Okay. All right. Now, what are the golden rules for solving idiom questions? Number one, never read literally. If you see spill the beans, don't think about the beans, right? So that's, of course, a trap. Use context clues. The sentence will give you hints. If the tone is positive, eliminate the negative meanings. If someone is working hard, look for idioms that talk about the work. Then eliminate the absurd options. Your exam will always put one obviously literal or absurd option. Just cut it out. Okay. Then idioms which are almost similar. So near synonyms also, please put them off, remove them. So under the weather is feeling sad versus feeling unwell. Unwell is correct. Feeling sad will be in the blues. Okay. So check. Remember, there may be two idioms which are almost similar, but there are no perfectly synonymous idioms, and therefore please don't do it. Okay. So for example, spill the beans is not just let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag is accidental, right? Spill the beans can be planned. Okay. So you must make sure that you keep all of this in mind. All right, here are a couple of questions that we will do today, and let's take it from there. So, despite being terrified of heights, Kabir bit the bullet and jumped off the diving board. To bite the bullet means to just do it, right? So, endured something difficult with courage, with bravery, and just did it. All right. The professor was beating around the bush for 10 minutes before finally announcing the exam date. Guys, you can start putting your answers into the chat box. I'll be very happy. Beating around the bush or beating about the bush, it works both ways. Beat about the bush is also okay. That means to avoid the main point. And that's your correct answer. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Neha finally spilled the beans about the surprise party when she messaged the wrong person. Spill the beans does not mean to spill the beans, which would be very painful, but to reveal a secret accidentally. And that's spilling the beans. I've done everything I can to get the job. The ball is in their court now. So ball is in somebody else's court means it is somebody else's responsibility to act and not yours. Okay. Rohit scored perfect marks in all four sections. He truly hit the nail on the head. To hit the nail on the head is to be absolutely right, exactly right. And that's your correct answer. My grandfather calls me once in a blue moon, but then when he does, we talk for hours. So once in a blue moon means very, very rarely, right? Very rarely. It is 1 in a million also will work here. Okay, 1 in a million. His call was 1 in a million. Very rare. Okay. All right. She let the cat out of the bag, of course, when she congratulated him before the results was announced. So she revealed a secret unintentionally. With the exam being only 3 days away, all students were burning the midnight oil. Burning the midnight oil or burning the candle at both ends. Both of these mean the same thing, and essentially they're both saying that you're working very late into the night. Okay. All right. Here are 2 questions for your homework. You can answer them and put them in the chat box. Vikram said he could not attend practice today because he was feeling under the weather. And what is the option? Stuck in rain, feeling sad or depressed, feeling unwell or ill, confused about the weather. Or the next question is, with mock test starting on Monday, it is time to stop procrastinating and hit the books. So what do you mean by hit the books? Return the library books immediately, throw away old textbooks, begin studying seriously, or buy new books for the course. So these 2 answers you have to put in the chat box. Answer away. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We are ending the session now. I will see you next week. Remember, Mondays, 8:30 p.m. is our time. No, now it is 8:45. Huh? Mondays, 8:45 p.m. IPMAT, be there or be square. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.